We have been covering this major breaking news. You're seeing on your screen right now a plane on a tarmac there in Turkey. There is a big prisoner swap underway currently, and exact movements and whereabouts of the prisoners that we have been mentioning aren't exactly clear to us right now. We're working to gather more information on that. But some names that you have been hearing, Evan Gershkovich, Paul Whelan, they're part of the prisoner swap. As well as being swapped for a Putin ally who is jailed in Germany and convicted of murder there. For more reaction from Capitol Hill, let's go to congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane. Scott, what are you hearing?
Well, there is this dual political message that's beginning to emanate as the morning concludes here in Washington, Lindsay. There are Republicans, including the House Republican chair, Elise Stefanik, criticizing the nature of any agreement that releases dangerous Russians as part of an agreement. And Michael McCaul, who is the top Republican on the Foreign Affairs panel here in the U.S. House, has also said, while grateful for the return of these heroic Americans, there is concern that there is an exchange that could incentivize future hostage taking. I expect to hear a lot more of that on the campaign trail as J.D. Vance and former President Trump make their arguments today, and among House and Senate Republicans as they make their arguments through the day here at the Capitol. As for the president's supporters in Congress, they are championing what they would say is not only the release of Americans who long ago should have been released, but by the stewardship of the administration to get this done now.
Do you expect that the concern and applause will be divided along party lines with this issue, Scott?
I sure do. I think this is one of those things that, though in a more fundamental dynamic, it transcends politics. Everybody is grateful for their safe return. This in no way is going to transcend politics when it comes to the machinations used to secure their release. This will be a campaign issue that is wielded, no doubt, by Republicans arguing too high a price had to be paid to get these hostages back. But take a look at the statement from Philadelphia Congressman Brendan Boyle there on the screen. Their unjust imprisonment as hostages is yet another sobering reminder of how evil the Putin regime really is. There is a synchronization, Lindsay, among both parties that the Putin regime is, in fact, evil. And there's another statement. Haley Stevens is a Democrat from suburban Detroit saying, "Your family have been tireless advocates, and we cannot wait to see you reunited." So you have that. You have Democrats championing the president for his stewardship. You'll have Republicans saying that these types of negotiations may trigger more hostage taking in the future. You can't suck out the politics from all of this, even though there, of course, is unanimity in the expressive relief that these hostages are coming back home.
You said unity in expressive relief. Have the families of Evan Gershkovich or Paul Whelan met with Congress? Have they spoken in front of Congress before?
Yeah, the supporters of these families and these families themselves have been actively vocalizing their hopes, their aspirations with Congress. And there are congressional panels that have gotten into this, had their own investigations, had their own hearings. But this is a unilateral move, really, to a degree, of the executive branch. This is the president and the president's team leading this effort. Congress can offer its opinions, can offer funding to help support protective efforts, but this really is the administration's world. Congress, though, is certainly going to give their opinions as the day continues.
Scott MacFarlane, thank you so much. And we continue to follow the latest on this prisoner swap between Russia and the U.S. Our coverage continues right on the other side of this break. You're streaming CBS News 24/7.